Hi friends, we're going to do pronouns and verbs. Pronouns and verbs. Let's just review. A pronoun is a word that can replace a noun like he, she, it, they, we, you. Okay? A verb is an action word. It's an action word. So let's find out. Okay, let's review. Pronouns can be a subject, he. I didn't put an E on the end of my she. There we go. He, she, it, and verbs in the present or right now have two forms. So when we're talking about the present verb, they have two different forms, S or ES. Okay. So there's a rule. Add S or ES to a verb in the present when the subject is he, she, or it. Okay, that's a lot. So we're going to add S or ES to a verb in the present tense when the subject is he, she, or it. Okay? So for example, she fixes dinner. We wouldn't leave the ES off. We wouldn't say she fixed dinner. We say she fixes dinner. He sets the table. So I wouldn't say he set the table. I'd have to add an S. He sets the table. Okay, so here's our ES and here's our S. All right, another rule here. Do not, I better underline that or circle it, make it into a square. Do not add S or ES to a verb in the present when the subject is I, you, we, or they. Okay, so that's the present. So do not add S or ES to a verb in the present when the subject or the noun, another word for subject is noun. Noun is I, you, we, or they. Let's find out what they mean. Okay, so I fix dinner. Okay, so I wouldn't say I fixes dinner. That would sound strange, wouldn't it? We set the table. Okay, so I wouldn't say we sets the table. Very good. All right, so let's turn to page 217. Page 217. And it says, write each sentence, choose the correct verb in the parentheses. Okay, so for example, we sees or see some balloons. What sounds better? We sees or see some balloons. Well, let's go back to that rule where it said do not add an S or an ES when the verb is in the present tense when the subject is I, you, we, or they. So we're only going to add C. Okay, so they float over the trees, or they floats over the trees. What sounds better? They float over the trees. Float. Okay, so we're going to add the word float. Okay. All right, number 9. You jumps for the silver balloon, or you jump for the silver balloon. Which one sounds better? You jumps for the silver balloon, or you jump? Okay, jump is correct. Okay, number 10. I takes the balloon with the red string, or I take the balloon with the red string. Now remember, it says Do not add S or ES when you have I. Okay, so I, oh, we can't add the S, so we know it has to be this one. I take the balloon with the red string. Okay, so number 10 is take. Okay. Number 11, she reaches for the biggest balloon, or she reach for the biggest balloon. What sounds better? She reaches or she reach? Reaches sounds better, right? And we can go back to our notes to double check, because it said add S or ES to a verb when it's in the present, when the subject, or this is a noun, is he, she, or it. Okay, so we did it correct. Number 12, it break with a pop, or it breaks with a pop. What sounds better? Breaks is correct. And again, we can go back to our notes, and it says when the noun is it, you would add an S. Okay, so number 12 is breaks. Number 13, he find a message inside the balloon, or he finds a message inside the balloon. Okay, so we're having the subject, or the noun, is he. Okay, so when it's a he, we add S. So he finds is correct. Okay. Okay. Now, number 14. It tells about children in another town, or it tell about children in another town. So tells is correct, because remember up here it says if it's the word it, you can add the S. Okay, friends, nice job. Kiss your brain.